How's it going, NPC Nation? I know it's been a while. Yeah. Reason I've not been around for a while is because I've been playing a lot of Far Cry 6. This video is not about Far Cry 6. This video is about Venom. Let There Be Carnage. I really don't talk about movies on here. That's MatPat's job. But I want to talk about that movie and have my own theory about it. Especially, by the way, spoiler alert, the ending. So yeah, if you haven't watched Venom, Let There Be Carnage, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to be talking about the ending and the end credit scene. So, big spoiler alert. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, that's why I'm putting it in the beginning of the video, that there will be a spoiler. And also, in the title of the video, there will be a spoiler. Don't watch this video if you have not watched the movie yet. So now that is out of the way, let's talk about the ending. Venom Let There Be Carnage is 10 times, probably 5 times better than the first one. The first one was good. This one it's so good. Then the ending happens, especially the end credit scene. So, in the ending, they are in a hotel room. The end credit scene, they are in a hotel room. And if you have saw, by the way, spoiler for Spider-Man No Way Home, if you saw that trailer, Doctor Strange does a time spell and breaks the timeline. Well, Venom technically doesn't, in this universe, does not know who Spider-Man is because they're not in the same universe. Never met Spider-Man. Well, at the end, they show the ending of Far From Home where they reveal Spider-Man's identity. That's what the plot of No Way Home is to make everyone forget. So, Venom is transported to our reality. He's finally in the MCU, or is he? So, Sony technically owns the rights to Venom. And they also own the rights to Spider-Man, but Marvel, they sold the rights to Marvel well. They gave them more of a percentage to make Spider-Man movies. Sony makes Spider-Man games. So Marvel can make the movies and put Spider-Man in the MCU. That's one reason they gave them more rights to Spider-Man, so they can make movies and put him in the MCU. Everyone wants Spider-Man in the MCU. So the end of Far From Home is Venom officially in the MCU. I mean, not Far From Home. The end of Venom, when it shows the ending of Far From Home, that Spider-Man's identity getting out there, him getting unmasked, is Venom technically in? Because at the end of Venom, Let There Be Carnage, it puts him at the end of Far From Home. So is Venom technically in the MCU now? So my theory is yes. This is why. Because the timeline brings all of Spider-Man's old villains from the other Sony movies. I mean, Sony gave Marvel all the rights to their old villains. The Spider-Man villains that they used in the Sony versions of Spider-Man. To put them in MCU. So Doc Ock is officially in MCU. Electro is going to be in the MCU. Not Sandman. We don't know if Sandman's going to be in the MCU or not. And Venom, who never knew who Spider-Man was, in a new timeline, and this Tom Hardy's version of Venom, didn't know who Spider-Man was at all, is now technically in the MCU. I believe he will be in the new No Way Home movie. I've been waiting for Venom in the MCU, I've been waiting for Spider-Man in the MCU, and I've been waiting for Spider-Man's villains in the MCU for a long time. See, we have all the villains from Mysterio, who is no longer in the MCU, because they killed him off, and if you didn't watch Far From Home, I said spoiler for that too, they killed him off in Far From Home. So, he's gone. But we have all the other Spider-Man villains from Homecoming that was in there. Vulture was in Homecoming. So he's officially in MCU. But now the Sony versions of Doc Ock, whose original actor came back to play him, and I don't know if that's the original actor for Green Goblin or if it's the son of the original of Green Goblin. The Green Goblin is now in the MCU. So we got two Sony characters copyrighted by Sony in the MCU. Well, Marvel characters that were copyrighted by Sony. And this is where the Venom theory comes in. Venom is going to be in the MCU. I think the end of Venom confirmed that Venom is in the MCU. That's where my theory is at. And Venom will be, A, doing what he did, unpairing with Eddie Brock. Because before, in the Sony versions, he paired of Spider-Man first, then went to Eddie Brock. In the new MCU version, I think he's going to unpair himself from Eddie Brock like he did, spoiler, by the way, like he did in Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Then he's going to go with Spider-Man. Then Spider-Man's going to hate him. And the black suit Spider-Man's black suit will be canon as well. I think he's going to unpair with Eddie Brock, go to Spider-Man. Spider-Man's going to be like, screw you, and go back to Eddie Brock. And they're going to fight like they did in the Sony Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, and Spider-Man 3. So, I said 1, 2, and 3. 3, I mean. So, that is my theory, basically. Is that he's going to leave Eddie Brock, go to Peter, pair Peter, give him his black Spider-Man suit. Peter's going to become a, a-hole like he was in Spider-Man 3. Peter's going to be like, I don't want to be an a-hole no more. Try to defeat Venom with noise like he did in Spider-Man 3. Venom's going to go back on Eddie Brock. That's the theory. I just wanted to talk about this because I love Venom. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes ever in Marvel. And I hope they do put Venom in the MCU. Let's face it, the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, press the share button, press the like button, press the red shiny subscribe button, press the bell to stay notified every time I upload a video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Not in 2 weeks, though. It's going to be before that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.